Have you ever thought to yourself, why is it that some people have and others don't? Some people prosper and others are just struggling and challenged and feeling defeated all the time. You just look around and you see some people are just like, they're just booming and growing. It seems like everything that they touch, just magic seems to happen from them. This is like they're just growing and growing. And other people, it seems like they're not getting anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Nothing's ever happening. And are you in the case where you just feel like nothing's ever happening? You just everything that you try, everything is failing. And you see other people out there that are just doing all this great magical madness out here that is just so wonderful. They always got all the funds to do what they do. And or are you on the other side of that? Is you got all the funds to do whatever you do, and you don't understand why is it that that person is always complaining about not having and not being able to get and not being able to do? When you're just looking at them like, come on, man, this is so simple. Something that I have to add on to the message that I constantly keep talking about is making sure that we're looking at each other as we are the same. That I need to add more to this. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. and I was born July 4th of 1986. And it's something fascinating that I was thinking about today going on a walk. And then even just going on that walk really got me thinking a lot about the concept of we are all capable of doing the same stuff. We are all able to be able to do the same stuff. We all have it in us to be able to do what it is that the next person next to you is able to do. But it's a matter of actually getting up and doing it. I think that that's the separation that goes on this planet that a lot of us just really aren't understanding. The simple walks that I do every day that has turned into simple runs that I do every day. The reason that I have and can maintain a certain figure and eat whatever I want and do how I please and not whatever I want. I stay within means to make sure that I can keep my body clean in such a way to make sure I'm eating healthy food that it really isn't costing me no more and actually costs me less than what it is in the grocery store. But the reason why I'm able to do that is because I actually do it. I said to myself, I want to figure out how to be able to create my own food. I came out here and I did it and I made it happen. I want to figure out how to be able to be more energetic and more athletic. So I go out there and I run and I do it and I make it happen. And someone else is saying to themselves like, oh, well, I wish I could, and I wish I this and I wish I that, but they actually don't do it. But yet you do have that same capability inside of you to do what the next person is able to do. For me to sit here and look at what this big CEO businessman is doing and making all these moves and hiring all these people, and I say to myself, I want to be able to hire all those people. I want to be able to do that, but yet I'm not doing it. I'm just sitting around like I got all these ideas of what I want to get started, or where I want to go, and how I want to do this, and what type of jobs I can set up, and how my system could do, and be able to make it happen, and I don't do it. I just think about it, and I don't actually do it. I have it in me to do exactly what all these people are doing that are out here that are doing what it is that I think and I see that I say that I should be able to do because I can do it. If they're able to do it, I can do it. We all have the equalness in us to be able to do and be able to have and be able to make happen whatever it is that we want to make happen. But it's a matter of fact of just getting up and actually doing something. It's a matter of fact of being disciplined enough in your own self to just say, I want to make it happen. It's a matter of fact to say that if I wasn't disciplined, how do I be able to come to be able to get that so that someone can help me and guide me and be able to push me into doing what it is that I want to be able to do. There's something that I say the same message over and over is we're all equal, and you should look at each other as if we are equal. But that's coming down to the point of our abilities and our capabilities, not a point of what it is that we actually do and what we actually get done. That when we have people that actually do stuff and get done, they're going to say like get rewarded for that. They're going to get rewarded in such a way that the rest of the world is going to have no choice but to have to appreciate and show a level of respect of accomplishment of what's going on. As opposed to other people that just don't do and still want that same praise, that same accomplishment. That's not going to happen. That's never going to happen on this planet. And for whatever reason, we've turned away from winners and losers to everyone is here to just be able to get. And that's not the case out here. That may be the case when you're in elementary school, middle school, and maybe even high school, maybe even in college when you're in there. But as soon as you get out and you're out here trying to do what you got to do, you're going to realize really fast, that there's some people out here that do what they say and others out here that just talk about what they say and what they want to do. And there's a huge difference here, a huge difference that goes on that a lot of us really need to just accept the fact that if you don't have what you have, it's because you're not doing what it is that you want to be able to have. And it's not because someone else out there is trying to hurt you or slow you down or damage you or destroy you. No, it's just a matter of that you're not actually doing it. You're not actually out there making it happen. And this is something for me, my own self, that I had to have a realization of going on a walk today, of kind of being a little irritated at my own self for the first time in a little while of saying, Mark, the reason you aren't where you want to be right now at the age of 36 years old is because you're not doing the ideas and the projects that are being brought to you and summoned to you and came to you. You're not actually putting them into practice. You're just thinking them through. You're just coming up with the ideas. You're just dabbling here, doing a little here, doing a little there, and a little here. You're never actually just fully in it and just getting it done. You're never actually just committed and just saying, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to make this work in reality. I'm always just dancing around the whole concepts and the whole ideas of what I want to do and where I want to go, because I don't know what it is that I know that there's some sort of blockage in me personally, that I just say, like, I don't know who I'll become if I do be able to become that person that I'm looking at as a person that I would want to be able to become in my future. Being able to have and be able to do and be able to have the reach, be able to have the funds to be able to help the people that I want to be able to help with. I'm not sure who it is that I'm going to be when I do get that. So that kind of makes me nervous, because I know who I am now. I know how I am now. I know what I do with my monies that I get now. I know how I react with it, respond with it, how everything goes on with it now. But if I head to a different direction, I don't know what I'll become. Maybe I'll be better, but maybe at the same time I'll be worse. And that's something that I personally deal with on a day-to-day, with wondering what's going to happen, because that's somewhere that I've never gone, something that I've never done, something that I've never been about. And it's something that is I don't know why, but it's scary to me. And holy cow, I'm going to say, today has really brought the heat upon this past week, and this past couple next weeks is going to be some hot stuff. I'm just standing out here and I got a sweat going on already. And that's a simple thing right there that I'm going to say. There's some people that just get up and just deal with it and make it happen and work through it and say, whatever, I don't care. And there's others that say, oh no, it's too hot. I can't go out there and do that. I can't go out here and make this happen. I can't go out there and do that. But it's not within inside of you that you aren't able to the next person because of wherever you were raised, however you were born, whatever you thought of, whoever your parents were, whoever your grandparents were. We all have the same capabilities inside of us to do. It's just a matter of some of us just get out and just make it happen and just say, you know what, I got a headache, I'm thirsty, my knee hurts, my ankle hurts, I'm still gonna walk that mile. I'm still gonna go out there and get it done. I don't care what's going on, I don't care what's happening. I don't care that there's rain out there, I don't care that there's snow out there, I don't care. There's some people that just say, I don't care to all that, and they still get done what they've got to get done. There's some people out there that have this just massive idea behind them that they just want to be able to do. They want to buy a certain specific car that costs more than the majority of people. Shoot, if we want to put it in a world sense, you want to buy a car that can fund a whole nation in reality. And you have it in yourself to say that I'm actually going to figure out how to be able to do this, put a plan together, get it going, and make it happen. And some people actually get it done, where other people are just sitting down, just dreaming. Hey, Oreo? Well, some people are just sitting down, just dreaming, just wishing, just hoping, just even praying, as opposed to actually using the ideas that come to you and putting them into action. Something that I'm going to say is, the more and more that I get closer and closer to God, the more and more I pray to Jesus, the more I get just amazing ideas of things to work on and things to do, things to just focus my time on, and things to just really put a lot of my energy into. But you know what I do as a human being? Yeah, I'll get to it later. I'll get to another day. I'll get to another time. But there's a guy right across the street that's doing already what it is that was given to me to do. And then if I skip up on it, it's kind of, this is amazing to me. Something that I'm going to say is just super fascinating. Because I've had all kinds of ideas, and I know we all have these ideas. And then all of a sudden, you see this idea already being made. You see it being produced. You see it out there on the shelves. You just see it. You're just like, what's going on with that? For me, it's a way of just having it in me, of having a good understanding of knowing what God's all about. Where he's going to give us an unlimited amount of things. And he's saying that these unlimited amount of ideas are going to work. They're going to work. You just have to do it. You just got to get up and put it into action and just make it happen. It'll work. Because every time that you have this great idea, like I got this idea, and you research it and you're like, hey, nobody's actually doing this idea. No one has this out. And then weeks, months, years, decade goes by, and you see that product that you were thinking about being sold in a store, and it's blowing up and booming. It's almost like in a way of God's like, well, I need to get that out there because it's going to help the people. This product, this idea, this what you're doing, it's going to be able to help millions and millions of people on this planet, if not billions of people on this planet. That's the power of what God is. He's got something to put inside of us to be able to help out the remainder of the people out there. Not even really to help your own self out, but to help out everyone out here. He's giving you these ideas. And then when you don't put that idea to action, God, he's patient. He's like, all right, I'll give you some time. I'll give you some inspiration. I'll throw it at you. I'll make it easy for you. I'll give you the items to even put it together even for free type situation. Stuff just comes to you to make it happen so easily. People come to you and just say, hey, that's awesome. That's amazing. That's great. That's a really good idea. Why aren't you doing anything with that? And you're just sitting on it. And God's like, I gotta get that out there. So what does it happen? It goes to the next person. And then the next person is like, yeah, I still don't care about that. Then the next person, I see what you're saying. That seems like it would be neat, but that's silly. Then the next person is like, I'm all in. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to make it happen. And then it's out there for market. And then you see it and you watch that person just blowing up, growing, doing crazy, making it happen, and living the life that you wish that you would be able to have based on the fact that they're actually doing and then you're not doing. So we all have the same thing inside of us to be able to get out here and be able to make some stuff happen. And that's the power of what I'm going to say God is. He's unlimited, unlimited. We have an unlimited amount of ideas. We have an unlimited amount of things out here. We have an unlimited amount of creations to put out there. We have an unlimited amount of alterations to things that we already see, that we're just like, let me just adjust it like this, and then I'll be good to go. We have an unlimited. That's the power and the unlimitedness of who God and what God is all about. That he gives that to us to be able to have, to be able to work with, to be able to just keep on putting out there to be able to get what it is that you need to get. But it's a matter of us actually just getting up and doing it. Us getting up and putting in that action. Us getting up and putting in that you force that motivation up front to get out there and make it happen. That's the difference, is where I'm going to say that we as a people start to separate and start to see a difference happening here. Where someone's going to say, oh, I hate the capitalism because all these people out here are greedy and they're taking, and no, they're the people that are out there getting done and doing. They're the people making it happen. If you're not making it happen, you should not be able to get the same, what is that called? Life rewards as the person that is out there doing. That's the process of what we all have out here, is a beautiful thing of life. Hey, Johnny and Oreo, come here, guys. That's the beauty of what we have out here, that we can't just show up and expect to be able to get everything that we want. We can't have a society like that. That's going to destroy us faster than anyone would ever think that capitalism would destroy us as a people. That's going to destroy us if everyone just shows up and gets it. If everyone shows up and gets a medal. If everyone shows up and does this. Because there's going to come a time in a situation that the people that have are going to separate themselves to the point that they're going to go off and create something completely different, completely new, completely away from that system that is just show up and get it. And then when that starts to happen, that's going to fail overnight, because all the people that are actually willing to put out there and work hard to be able to get, they're the ones that are funding and supplying all to make sure that the ones that don't just want to show up and just get are going to be able to use. So if all the funding goes away, what do you think? That system is going to fail instantly in 15 seconds, because there's going to be no more funding going to it. And those people are just going to branch off and just go do something completely different. That's something that we all need to really have a good understanding of, what's going to happen and what's going to go down on our planet, in our nation, in the United States of America, in reality, in the future. That if we all just want to have all these programs where it's just given for free and it's just guaranteed, I'm telling you, it's going to look pretty and be great, and then overnight it's going to disappear, and you're going to be worse off than you've ever have been before. And it's something for all of us to really just have a good understanding of, realizing that, yes, we are all equal and capable of being able to do some things. But no, we all don't just get up and just get stuff done. And it's going to be a huge separation that goes on our planet, of the people that actually do and the people that think about doing. And the people that are doing are going to be just going off and moving to whole different lands, a whole different world, a whole different experience. And it's going to be a huge mass separation, because there's a lot of us out here that are just not doing anything. We're just thinking about it. We're just sitting on it. We're just questioning about it. We're all in our feelings about it, but we're not actually just getting up and getting things done. And that's the power of what I'm going to say is of God and what God is all about. He's here to push us in a way to be able to express and be able to be and be able to do more. Because I know, not everyone, but most every single person on this planet wants to see the person, themselves for one. I know this, of course. Yourself wants to be good to go. But you definitely want to see everyone else around you be good to go as well. You definitely want to see everyone else around you having a pretty good, pretty chill, pretty relaxed life. You definitely want to see everyone around you that when you're doing good, you want everyone else to be able to have those same benefits that you have. There's something in me that I get certain stuff because of the military that I wish that everyone in the world could have the same stuff that I have. That if I want to get an MRI done, I can go get that done. I don't need to pay a penny. I just have to show up. And what's even wild about it is we even get paid to show up to those appointments. So I wish that everyone on the planet had that same availability. I wish that everyone on the planet had the availability of realizing that I'm not feeling so good. I don't know what's going on. Can I go to a doctor and be able to get this taken care of? I wish that every single person in the world would be able to have that. I wish that every single person in the world could be able to have this 10% discount that doesn't seem like a lot, but in reality it is a lot. In a whole lot of different places, a whole lot of different situations, that you just get discounts everywhere you go. With everything that you purchase, you get a little here, you get a little there, you get a little this, you get a little that. You get free things here, you get free things over there, you get free access over here. You get a lot of really cool things that I wish that everyone in the world would be able to have. But at the same time, I have to realize that not everyone in the world has gone through and been through and did what it is that I did to be able to get those benefits. So it's not something that everyone should just be able to have just because. You have to do something to be able to get such a thing. You have to have been somewhere and been a part of something to be able to get something. You can't just show up and say, hey, give me all that. That's something for me that I know very, very well, and how this concept works. You can't just show up and just expect to get that. That's not the way it works. It's not the way it happens. You got to sign up. You got to You got to your own self say, okay, I'm going to exit myself from society, and I'm going to go ahead and sign up to do this. I'm going to go to the training here, and I'm going to go to the training there, and they're going to send me off to who knows where. They're going to separate me from my family. You have to willingly volunteer your, hey, Oreo, you have to willingly, I've been calling y'all too many times. Johnny down. Oreo here. Come on. Double time this. Let's go. Come on. Down. Sorry, when I gotta say call him in too many times. Oreo down. I gotta change up my game plan with that a little bit. But when a person just willingly signs up and does all that, something of a, say, benefit is gonna come to them. I wish that every single person had the same educational benefits that I had. To be able to go to any school you want, any place you want, in reality, anywhere in the world that you want, and you get paid to do such a thing. Like, everyone should be able to have that, but we all have to, say, in a way of do something, put in some sort of action for that to be able to come to you. It can't just come to you just because. It can't just show up just because. It can't just happen just because. There has to be something of a, say, sacrifice done up front to be able to make sure that you get that. And that's why for some people that just sit out here and think, I should be able to get entitled, or that's the word to use, entitled. I should be entitled to that as well because I'm here. And that's just not the case. That's not going to help us as a society in any sort of way. It's a matter of us getting up and doing stuff. Us making things happen. Us pushing our own selves and pushing each other to see the greatness out of everyone, to be able to make sure that we're getting done what it is that we say we want to get done. When you got that idea, it shouldn't be for the next person to just look at you, laugh at you, tell you that's stupid and tell you that's silly. That person should figure out how it is, can I motivate you to be able to convince you that that is what you should be doing, and you should put that out there. Why isn't that out there yet? And every time you see him, you should say, hey, what's going on with that? What's happening with that? Why aren't you still working on that? Why aren't you pushing that anywhere? Why aren't you making that happen? That should be more of what we as a people are doing to each other, not trying to shut each other down just to say that that's stupid because you're not doing what it is that you should be doing. And that's the beauty. What I'm going to say is the freedom and the free will of us as human beings and what we're all about. That I'm telling you, God has given you an unlimited amount of ideas to be able to do some things. And he's given everyone equally on this planet an unlimited amount of stuff to be able to work on, an unlimited amount of stuff to be able to do, and it's in most cases it's within your circumstances, it's within your environment, within your ways to be able to do. It's not something that's like that you're going to give some information to me on how to create something that I have no knowledge on, and it requires 15 years of education and all kinds of tests and trials and this and this. No, that's not going to come to you because it's way outside of your realm. It's way outside of your means. It's way outside of what you're capable of doing. God's going to give you something simple to be able to make sure that if you do have that dream, that you can be able to make that dream. But you got to start with the simple things first to be able to build a foundation, to be able to get something done. And then you're going to be able to move to the next, move to the next, move to the next, and keep on going from there. But if you don't start with the simple one, why would you get the big one? Because you're just going to fail and stumble along the way, because there's going to be failures along the way with everything that we do. And it's just a test. It's a challenge. It's something to just keep us on our toes and keep the excitement going, and keep the thrill going, and keep everything moving. It's not something to bring you down or destroy you or to make you feel like you're less than or nothing or nobody. No, it's to keep going. This life is a very interesting challenge. It's not something that's just so simple and so easy and so just easy going. It's something that is here to put a lot of back negative force on us in a way to make sure that we can keep on moving forward to get to that next stage. And the only way you're going to get to that next stage, in my opinion, is having a good understanding of knowing who God and what God is all about, and really digging deep with understanding the whole purpose and the idea and the concept of who Jesus and what Jesus is all about, and who he was as a person here, and who he was before, and who he's going to be in the future, and who he is forever. That's something that I know for a fact is going to be to bring out the best in you and being able to bring out the greatness in you. But it's something of being able to take the ideas that come to us and actually put them to practice, not thinking that someone else is just going to do that for you. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to make it happen for you. And the more that you're just waiting for that to happen, the more that you're just hurting and destroying yourself. So yes, we are all equal to be able to do. We are all equally as intelligent to be able to make things happen. We are all equally as gifted to be able to do anything on this planet that we want. When you see somebody doing something, you could do that. When you see someone doing, anything outside of, anything, because I could say that you need to be a certain height and a certain size to play some basketball, but that's been debunked. There's been guys that are way shorter than me that have been professional athletes that are out there doing, thriving, and they made happen what they need to make happen in every single sport arena out there, from the football to the basketball to the everything. Size doesn't matter. So anything that you want to do, it's a matter of you pushing hard and working towards it and getting it done and making it happen and putting the practice in and digging deep with making sure that you're doing everything in your power to get what it is that you want. And if it doesn't come to you, it's because you just said, I'm not really that invested in it. I'm not really that for it. I'm not really that into it. I don't really care about it all that too much. And that's going to be the thing that's really going to slow you down. Not the fact that you're not smart enough, you're not athletic enough, you're not gifted enough, you're not any of that enough. No, it's just a matter of we just decided that wasn't the true fulfillment thing that I wanted. And that's why you're not doing that. And once you decide that you want to make a change of, I want to see my bank account look like this way instead of this way, you got to get up and do something about that. You got to start putting those ideas into practice and not just thinking up those ideas and just sitting around on it. You got to actually start doing stuff with it. And if you don't do something with that idea, it's like, okay, it's going to go over there. And you're going to watch it happen. You're going to watch it just grow. You're going to watch it do what it is that came to you of how you thought that business was going to be, how you thought that product was going to be, how you thought those ideas out there were going to be. You're going to watch someone else doing what it is that you were thinking up of doing. And that's what I'm going to say is with the power of who God is. And it's not like you only got one idea in your whole life and that's it and you're done. No, you've got it unlimited. It's a matter of just making sure that you're getting something done and doing something about it. We are all 100% equal in the ways of being able to get the stuff done that we think of. And it's not the fact that we all need to create a whole new electric car and think that that's the way to be. No, that was for someone to do and someone to get done and someone to make happen. It's for you to look at that car and just say, I don't like it. I want to be able to go 10 times further than that, to alter it, to figure out how to be able to do such a thing. You've got that idea in you. You've got it already figured out. You've got the system laid out of how to be able to make that happen. And then it's for you to just go out there and actually do it. And that's something that I know we all have, because I talk to many people and we all have many of the different dreams of things that I want to do this and I want to start this and I want to make this and I want to work on that, but we just don't actually do it. And with that, I just want to say thank you for having the understanding of knowing why it is that some people have and why some people don't have. It's not a matter of someone smarter or more intelligent or has a better family background or has anything. It has nothing to do with any of that. It just has a matter of you actually just getting up and doing it. And once you start doing it, that's where I'm going to tell you that God is going to start pushing you and helping you and kind of almost shoving you in a way of like, let's get going. Let's make this happen. Let's push at this. Let's make this greater. Let's keep moving. Let's making this happen. Let me move you here so you can meet a person and be able to help you. And this is where I'm going to say, especially with having the understanding of God and knowing who Jesus is all about, that when you really dedicate your life to that, I'm telling you, he's going to start putting people in your way that are going to start to help you. You're going to run into a situation where you're just like, I just need this. And you're going to speak to someone, they're just going to come, they're going to be right there. You're like, hey. And he's going to see what you're doing. He's like, hey man, I want to help you with that. That's what happens. That's the way things work. People just come in and things just get lined up. That you're not going to fail. You're not going to stumble. You're going to keep on getting through it and keep on getting through it. And if you ever do fail, it's only because it's to teach you what didn't work. Sometimes we think that we're on this mission. You got to realize things don't work. And the more of the things that you know that don't work, the more that you can be able to coach and train and teach someone else how to make it so that they don't have to go through those same problems. That's the majority of the content that I really do like to listen to, is the guys and the girls that are in the business that failed. They failed and they failed and they failed and they failed and they failed. What happened? What's going on with that? So that I can learn about what you guys were doing that messed up, so that I can learn how to do something completely different. And then when I hear about your success story, I'm like, that's cool. But pretty much no one on this planet has a success story that's just like, it's just good to go the whole time. They just came up with an idea and there it is. That's just not the way it works. We're going to fail a few times. We're going to have hiccups along the way. And I'm so thankful to know that that's the part of the process. That part of the process is going to be struggle. Part of the process is going to be pain. Part of the process is going to be devastating in a way sometimes. Part of the process is you're going to have a whole bunch, you're just going to lose it all. Part of the process is that. But part of the process being that if you had it, what can you do again? You can get it again. And once you keep doing that over and over and over, you're going to realize that you just keep on going. And I'm so thankful to be able to just be out here and just keep on understanding and knowing that yes, we are all the same, we are all capable, but no, we all don't do the same stuff and we all don't get the same stuff done. And it's just a matter of making sure that you're a person that's actually getting up and doing things, as opposed to someone that's just sitting around and just talking about it and dreaming about it. And I hope that you'd be able to get up and start doing things instead of just dreaming about it. Thank you.